Welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl, and today I am planting my potatoes. And my technique of what I'm doing with my potatoes, I've never done this before. So what I'm doing is I'm repurposing my pig feed bags. These are a woven bag. I thought they would work good because at least then when I plant the potatoes in the bags, and then when I water them, the water won't be trapped in the bag. It'll actually be able to flow out of the bag and drain, and I don't think then there will be any rot. So another thing I'm doing is I've set these bags up here. I have 7 different varieties of potatoes. And so what I'm doing is a little bit of an experiment. All of these that I'm going to plant first, this is only planted in our compost that we have made ourselves. Then in the next row of bags, I'm going to have a mix of compost and soil mixed together, and that will have the next row will be compost and soil. In the last set of 7 bags, so I have 7 varieties, I have 7 bags with compost in them, 7 bags with compost and soil in them, and then the last 7 bags will be just straight soil. And I'm gonna see how these potatoes do in the different mixes and see which one does better. And we'll kind of go from there. So I noticed in every bag that there were 6 tubers in each bag. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to put 2 seed potatoes in each bag, and I'll have enough to be able to do 21 bags of potatoes with different mixes and 7 different varieties, and we'll see how it goes. So I have done all of these with compost so far. I'm on the last one here with just straight compost. And this is all I have in here is just straight compost in this wheelbarrow. I'm trying to get about 8 inches, at least 8 inches of soil in the bag. And I'll put one more scoop. And then what I'm going to do is I will put 2 potatoes, and then I will put another couple of shovelfuls of compost on top of those seed potatoes. As they grow, then I'm going to just keep adding, whether it's the compost and the soil, or just the straight soil. So as they grow, right now the bags are only going to be out half full. But once they start growing, I'm just going to keep adding whichever amendment of compost and soil, or just soil. I will just keep adding it as they grow. Now I've laid down planks of boards down underneath along this whole section here, and we actually get pretty good sunshine in this area. Not first thing in the morning because the sun comes from that way, but once it gets around this sea can, then we'll have basically full sun and then it sets over on this other side. So they're going to get a good majority of the sun. So I'm going to set up this next bag, the side. They're easy to pick up right now, but after I've filled them up. So I'm doing the Belanita is first, and these already have sprouts on them. So I'm just going to put 2 in each bag. And this is just the compost, so I'll save the other 4 for when I have the other mixes. Next, I'm doing the Warba and the Bellanita. This is a gourmet seed potato, so it's like the fingerling seed potatoes. Which one was this? The Warba. It's actually, what does it have here? This is an early season variety, and it says it's ideal for boiling or baking. So I'll grab 2 out of here and put it in the next one. Okay, Warba, that's down at this end. I'm glad they have the labels on the bags. I'd hate to mess this up. Okay, next is the Binchi. This is a late season variety. Gonna open this bag, grab 2 seed potatoes. The Binchi, that's over here. Yukon Gold is next. And the Yukon Gold is a mid to late season potato. And that's right here. This one has quite a few in here, so I'm going to put 3. I put 3 in that bag. They're very small, the Yukon Gold. Next is the Christina. And they're, again, a mid to late season. And, oh, I've only got 4 of these. I'm going to save this one till last, because I think I'm going to get a knife and cut those. Let me check. I didn't look at all of them. I only looked at a few. Okay, we'll do the Norland, and that's an early season, and the Norland is a red variety, and I'm going to put 3 in the Norland because I have quite a few small ones here. And my last is the Russet Burbank, and that is a late season. And this one has, 5. So I am going to go get a knife so I can cut some of these ones here. You want to cut these so that you still have a sprout on each side. So I'm going to cut, this one had 5. So let me dump these out. I want to see which one has a couple of sprouts on it. So, here we go. I'm going to cut this one in half. Yeah, I'll cut this one in half because if you see here, it has 2 sprouts. So I'm just going to cut right in between those 2, and then I'll just put these 2 halves into the bucket. And this one was the Russet Burbank. Right there. And then this one only had 4 in it, so I'm going to have to cut 2 of these. And again, I've got sprouts on each side. There's sprouts on this side, sprouts on that side. I'm just going to cut right down the middle. On this one, I have a sprout here and a sprout there. I will cut right down the middle there. And this one is the Christina. So I will put these other potatoes in here. I only need 2. And that goes in the Christina right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I need to move my camera back over here. I pushed it over too far. So now I'm gonna roll down these bags, but just the top a bit. Still gonna see what variety it is. As they grow, I will roll the top of the bag up as they're growing. So there's that. Just trying to open the bag as much as I can so that the sun actually gets to the top of it too. And the last one. And then I'll just put compost on top. So let's try not to make a mess. Hasn't been too bad so far. So I'll put just a couple of scoops on top. Hopefully I have enough. Oh yeah. Try to do this without knocking everything over. And one more. Okay, so then my next wheelbarrow full, I'm gonna get a mix of compost and topsoil that we have. We got this topsoil last year from our local feed store. And what Jamie did was he just moved the pile over to the back and put a tarp over top of it because we would use it this year. So I'm gonna mix compost and that soil, garden soil, together, and that's what I'll fill up the I didn't bother having the camera on when I mixed the compost with the soil, but I will show you. I'll take the camera off of the tripod and I'll show you the difference between all the different soils that I did use. So I did the compost with the soil mixed. This is just straight soil now, and I'm going to plant the potatoes in these last bags. So we have the Norland. Next is Yukon Gold. Next, Christina. And if I've cut it, I usually put the cut side down. Warba, that's at the end. And actually quite thankful for the shade right now. Russet Burbank. And this is the Vinci. It's a funny name. There was 3 in here. Okay, Vinci down behind the wheelbarrow. And last is the Belenita, the fingerling potatoes, and there was 3 left in this one. And I am just going to finish by topping it off with a bit of the soil. A little closer. So this first one, that's just the compost, and then we have the compost and topsoil, and then straight topsoil, and we have 3 bags, 27 bags in total. And now my potatoes are planted. So, I'm like sweating. Anyways, I just wanted to show you how I was going to plant my potatoes this year. I will give an update as to how things are going as well. And like I say, I've never tried this before. Just a little experiment. Thought I'd try it out. I think it'll do good. So thanks for joining me. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, put a like in there, and if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Anyways, we'll see you again the next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.